Welcome back everyone to Crowley House Flower Farm. This week it's been all about peonies. It's a little bit slower than last week. We've been able to take a few breaks and just enjoy life and the gardens and that kind of thing. And that's what I find kind of ebbs and flows with the season as things come on. So right now the garden roses have just started in. The peonies are in full flush and they'll be ending here shortly. I noticed last time I was out in the field, the Cecil Brunner were starting to just show some stress from all the rain. This has been the wettest June, I think, in history of recording rain, that kind of thing. I read something about it, and I don't quote me on this, but I think that's what they were saying. It's like the wettest June. So last June we had the hottest June ever recorded, which was 117 degrees, I believe. Just nutty. And then this year it's just cold. We had coats on today, out cutting. But so the peonies, the Cecil Brunner are showing a little bit of stress from all the rain, kind of some kind of browning spots. So we're probably not going to be able to do much with them this year. So that's going to be a loss. Unfortunately, we do have a few that we've pulled out, and we used them in our mixed bouquets this week. Gorgeous. They do look great, and we just thought we'd go through the peonies that we grow here on the farm and kind of how we like to use them, how we like to design with them. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this. Everyone keeps asking me about this beautiful old bush. I'm thinking it's over, well, I don't even know how many years, but over 12, probably 20 years old. This is a Cecil Brunner. It's a one-hit wonder. Absolutely stunning. She always takes over my shop. Every year. Just engulfs it in beauty.
Plus the open ones, 17, 18, 19,
20.
20, 21, 20. Okay. We have 500 coral charm altogether. We always have to keep track because we co-farm with someone, so we make sure that we get them the right numbers. And I'll count these ones. 500.
So here at our farm we have about 200 plants of peonies. We have another 150 that are at another farm that we lease, and then we also lease 2 other fields with a total of about probably 40,000+ plants. So we have a lot of peonies, and peonies are just absolutely stunning and beautiful. This field here is pretty young. We just replanted it, so we haven't cut too much. And a lot of times I'm cutting these peonies to dry. This is a beautiful Cecil Brunner. Our field's not looking so bad. The other one kind of has some issues due to all the rain. It's in location, but isn't that gorgeous? Love it. So these are just, I was gifted all these peonies by a peony grower. So see the brown, that's what we're talking about. These dry really nice. any of the dark colors, the Cecil Brunner, you know, pinks, that kind of thing. The lighter colors don't dry so well. Anyways. So a couple weeks ago, Jay and I went out to one of our fields that we sell the peonies. This is a field that we lease and tend to just take this crop, which is the peonies. It's a huge farm, and we just do, it's the one with about 40,000 plants on it. And so the peonies, as we go, you'll see us, you know, when we first go out there, there's hardly anything blooming. It's pretty much everything's in bud form. A week or two later, it's just full force, and now it's like really blooming away. It is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. We have our own peonies here on the farm that are beautiful, but nothing compares to those large fields of blooms. Just amazing. So we did get the opportunity to go and see one of the largest peony growers in Oregon, and it was just fields and fields and fields. I think it was about 200 acres of peonies. It just kept going and going and going. And the thing about peonies, when you're growing it as a cut flower, you just never let it bloom, so it's that gorgeous blooming field like you see here on our farm. Our farm's like literally 200 plants, not much. But we let it kind of go to bloom, and then I use it in photo shoots, and then we also dry a lot of the blooms for fall foliage and in our dried bouquets. It was absolutely stunning, and I was so glad I got to go by and see those. I've known about the farm and actually have bought peonies before. I grew peonies from them for years, and they're all the peonies that I guess that they grow are sold at Trader Joe's, which is kind of fun to see their stuff. I did get to walk into one of their coolers one time. I swear it was probably an acre, like huge cooler, just full. And it was mainly at that point Cecil Brunner. And I know they grow all the kinds that we grow, but it was full of Cecil Brunner. I was just blown away by the amount. I mean, millions and millions of blooms in this cooler. Stunning, amazing. I don't ever want to get to that point. I like being a small farmer because then you get to enjoy all the beautiful, beautiful blooms and all the things that come along with it, and the smells, that kind of thing. So the girls and I are gonna go real quick and go through all of our blooms that we grow here on the farm and talk about how we use them. Okay, so we have all of the peonies we grow on the farm here, and we just thought we would go through them and talk about each variety and what we love about them. And yeah, just kind of go through them.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. So the first one up is called Festiva. And so this is a really fun one because it's kind of a blushy white and pink, and it opens up with kind of these red striations throughout.
You can kind of see what it looks like when it's like smaller. Yeah. It's really pretty.
I know, the buds are really pretty. Mm-hmm. It's got a really light scent to it too.
I know, I feel like I need to smell that one.
Yeah, well,
Because sometimes when they're blown open, it tends to be sweeter.
It just smells really fresh.
Yeah.
I feel like. Really
This
light.
one you could definitely use like in a wedding on a centerpiece, table centerpiece, and get away with it. It's not overpowering like
Most
some of the
peonies
varieties.
aren't like super smelly or overpowering unless they're in large,
Mass on your table, which is the best way to, I
Yeah.
think, bring them into the house.
All right, so this one is Peter Brand, and it's like this really pretty color. It's one of my favorite colors of peonies. It's very similar to the one down there. It's called Felix Supreme.
This one's a little more raspberry.
But this one's a little more raspberry, and it has bigger leaves around here, and then like a poof in the middle.
So
and
it's
this
kind of
one
like, yeah, this one smells really
so
good.
good.
And this one dries really, really well.
It smells like a rose.
Yeah.
I love this one.
Yeah. So it's called, I think it's like, what was the word for it? It's like the single double or something like that. So it's got the single petal and then the double in the center. So it's kind of like a cross between the two.
Very floofy, very flouncy.
Very
Yes.
flouncy, very floofy.
So the next one is Coral Charm, which this one is kind of like everybody's dream. I feel like these
Yeah.
are probably the ones that like sell the quickest. Everybody will buy
pretty.
them. They sell like crazy.
Stages.
We have them in a couple different life stages. As you can see, when they start out, they are this very
It looks like you can eat it.
pinky corally color, much more darker in color as when it begins to open more. It fades into almost a cream color. These ones,
They don't smell good.
they don't smell good. They're probably the most pukish.
They don't smell that bad.
No, it's just not great. But they're gorgeous.
Yeah, they're one of the
know.
prettiest.
Yeah,
definitely.
and their bloom size just opens up huge, and that alone in a vase is just absolutely stunning. It's one of the first varieties to bloom for us here on the farm, and it is fading now.
Yeah.
But you can kind of tell it goes. In fact, I think we have a few back here as well
Yeah.
that are starting to fade.
Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Yay. Okay, so one of my favorites is the classic Sarah Bernhardt. As you know, she was an amazing actress a long, long time ago. This one
Kind of smell.
smells incredible. This one
It's
also,
minty.
yeah, it's minty. It's got a little.
Yeah.
It smells very old-fashioned, right?
Yeah.
And it's super pretty underneath as well.
Yeah, and so this is a true double. The heads on it, you can tell the rain is just, like I was talking about, is kind of spotting them a little bit. These are one of the ones that we do dry quite a bit. They sell really well in mixed bouquets and kind of that kind of thing. And occasionally a wedding here or two. I mean, if it's like a really pink wedding. But generally we use them in a mixed bouquet.
All right, this is a Doreen peony, and super fun. It almost looks like paper.
Yeah,
Don't you
I
think?
agree.
Like an origami something. But this is a single, and then it has this really fun pop of yellow. I love them. They're just so fun.
Do they smell?
They don't have a long vase life.
No, they're just really
Yeah.
pretty in the garden.
Yeah, they do smell. They're, again, a little bit minty-ish,
Yeah.
but like not very strong.
I think it's more minty
This one's
than
much more minty.
than this one. This one's got like more of like this. It's almost like
I feel
an
like
old,
it's more rosy.
yeah, old rose spiced kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these are really fun to grow around the yard, but not so much for design work. These are Delave's Tree Peony, and they are these gorgeous yellow with pops of pink and blush. We have another one that's in a pink color, but this year for some reason it didn't really bloom that well.
Well, I think it's kind of shaded. I need to actually pull them out and move them this fall.
But they're very fun.
They smell. They're gorgeous if you're using them like
vanilla-y.
You kind of cut them on the day that you're going to
Citrusy
use them.
vanilla.
We've used them in
Yeah,
like styled
citrusy.
shoots.
But I, again,
That's
like,
yummy.
They're nice in arrangements. They're very fun in shape. They have much more of an abstract shape than a traditional peony. So I like using them more in arrangements than I do in a bouquet. But I don't use them a ton. They're mostly just for our own
Yard decor.
Yeah.
So this one is called Duchess du Nemours, and it's so pretty, very mystical, or like...
It's so wedding, classic wedding.
Classic wedding, especially in all of its stages.
Yeah.
So this is just like so perfect. You see this variety a lot in weddings, and
I love
have to
how
take it
if
out
you
and
look
show you.
at the center of it, it's just kind of a cream, just an off-white. There's
Yeah.
like flecks of a little bit of green in this one. They're all a little bit different, but they're just perfect. This is kind of an old variety, and we absolutely love it, mainly for wedding work, for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, so the next one is called Felix.
Felix
Supreme.
Felix Supreme, and this is a true double. So you can tell the difference between, this is like the combo again, kind of like, which one was that? The Peter Brand? Peter
Yeah.
Brand had that combination of the double on top and then the single petal surrounding it. I think that's what's really cool about this one actually,
Yeah.
is it keeps it really clean and classic, where some of these doubles can be just really fussy and they're really great inside. Oh, we didn't talk about the smell on this one, but this one's interesting. I think it smells like a true peony.
Yeah, it's
Like-
very sweet.
Very, very
I'm
sweet.
getting itchy.
Yeah. This one,
And pollen.
Yeah.
this one smells similar, but it's very light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very light in fragrance.
Much more rosy. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One more
a
hints
light
of rose.
rosy smell. Perfect for weddings.
Yeah, it's not overpowering. Where this one would be perfect in the house. I had just like 10 stems on the little coffee table
Yeah.
thing, and it was just like filled the whole room, and I just
Yeah.
kept, oh, that's yummy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one is one of my personal favorites, and it just grows here on the farm. This is the Shirley Temple, named after, obviously, either the drink or the famous actress. I'm not sure, maybe both. But it's this really pretty, this one got a little spotted from the rain, but as you can see, it's one of those ones that changed throughout its lifetime, and it starts off as this almost iridescent, pale pink into even more into an even more pale iridescent pink with more whites.
There's like white
It's
fleck
like
in
a
it.
cool toned.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and
If pink could be a periwinkle.
this one I
That's
feel
what
like
it'd be.
smells the
Yeah.
best.
This
also.
one?
Yeah, and I think it smells more in its old stage than
Wow.
right. But it's so gentle and pretty.
Itchy. I need to stop smelling.
This has got that rose undertone to
Yeah.
it, don't you think?
And I
Very
love
rose.
that it's definitely a double, but it's not as busy looking.
Yeah.
You know, it's very romantic.
It's more rounded.
Yeah, has larger petals, very pretty, very romantic. I haven't had a chance to use it in a anything yet,
Yeah.
because we kind of just discovered it in our yard.
Well,
It's like, oh, it's
I planted
there.
it. It was a small start, and this is, so it'd probably be year number 6 or 7 for it. But it's a little bit shaded, so
Yeah.
and they were really small starts or roots basically when I planted them.
They're gorgeous. I definitely am excited to use them.
So
Last
talk about
one.
Sure. This one is called a Jules Alley, and it's big. Like, oh man. But this is also a double single, but you can tell there's some singles down here, and then the middle is just huge.
And look at that's
That's
goes
what it
from-
started. You'd never guess that this would come out of it. It's very light scented.
Ooh, it is.
It's just such a fun color.
It kind of has I'm trying
pom
to
It's very,
poms.
it's very pom-pom.
Yeah,
It
you can
smells like
totally
a
hang
peony.
it. So it's really hard to use like a style like this in like a classic arrangement or something because it does get so big. And that's why peonies, you would bring those into the house or give them as a gift, and you would do 5 to 10 stems in a arrangement. And then, but if you're gonna do a design, so this is our last one. This one is also one that comes on very, very early along with the coral charm. And this one's called Red Charm.
Let's see if I can pull them out.
This, because it's the first one that's come, it's kind of seen better days, but
Yes. But
It's old.
you can see it's very much that true red
Yes.
color. And
It is
smells like a
absolutely,
peony.
yeah, and it's the single double as
Yeah.
well, because it's got the single pills. It's got the single petals. Very light in scent, hardly any scent at all. But you can see how we've used it in this arrangement where we've tucked it down in, and we've only used like 2 in that one.
yeah.
Yeah. And so some of the smaller heads, like we would probably use it at this stage, pop it into an arrangement that stage, and let it open up. And then we're just always knowing that it's going to open super big.
Yeah.
So you really just need
You just have to give it the space that it needs. Also, it doesn't mean that you can't use it in this stage. I feel like it'd be very like editorial of you to do.
Yeah.
But for our everyday like weddings and events, we tried not to. But it's always fun to like experiment.
Yeah.
with
Yeah, and it
things.
depends on the stage of whatever we're designing. So, like, if we were doing a big arch piece or large installs, we might pop a few of these, but maybe use this one for the bride's bouquet,
Yeah.
right? And even though these 2 colors look absolutely stunning together, we might use a rose maybe in this size just to bring that color in,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But yeah,
There's
these
a
are
few that we're like have on our wish list as well. 'Cause
yes.
You always want more.
Yeah.
Like, you just start to fall in love with peonies, and the more you work with them, they're so different. And yeah, even just looking these up, we're like, oh, look at this one, look at this one. So we always are writing down lists of things that we could possibly get.
So Mother's Choice is one that I was looking at, and it's actually a true white.
sorry.
Where this one, what?
No, I just
elbowed me.
It's a true white double, and this one, as you can tell, is very, very white. You want to say that again? I can't ever say
Duchess
it.
Duchess de Nemours.
de Nemours. Duchess
De Nemours.
Duchess de Nemours.
You got
But
it.
you can
Okay.
see this has got a little bit of cream in it. And it would be nice to have one that is just white. So that's on our list.
Yeah. So the other one we want to get is Gardenia Blushy White, or Gardenia is what it's called. It is blushy white. I just wrote this down really quick. It's a double as well. It's really nice to have blushes and creams and whites because we do a lot of weddings.
And that's what everybody asks for. So, you know, they're not asking for these raspberries or these pinks. They want the blush and they want the white. And so if we're going to grow anything to sell wholesale, that's what we're going to do.
And a lot of people wait like for a whole year because the peonies are not ready yet. Like they wait for the peonies to have their wedding.
Yep, exactly.
They want them that bad. And then the other one is called Petcher.
Petcher?
I think it's Petcher.
E-E. Double E says E.
No,
it's a
wait.
C. P-E-C-H-E-R.
Yes.
Petcher. That's what I'm guessing. And it says that it's really fragrant. It's a double pale blushy pink to white.
Excuse me, miss.
Hello. Oh, I think you.
Stella.
No, I think that one's going to be a really, really pretty one to add to our collection.
Yeah.
And I think, too, people would like that for their home as well because it doesn't compete with design aspects,
Yeah.
you know? So it's just kind of a fun color. So anyways, that is our collection we have here on the farm. And we hope this inspires you to get out there and grow some peonies. I know that down just close to our house there's a peony farm called Adelman's, and they have an online website. I think they have a catalog as well. I'm not totally for sure, but I think they have an online catalog as well, and you can order from them. People always ask us if we sell peonies. We do not. We just can't just do one more thing.
It's too much work.
No,
too
we're
much
not a nursery.
We're not a
at
nursery.
all.
We couldn't keep up with that.
No. So anyways, we're going to give you a quick closer look to our peonies.
And we're gonna brush the ants off of our faces.
What are they called, Riley?
Peonies?
Okay, just checking.
Peonies.
Peonies.
Hey,
Can't
that
correct
was
that.
not me. That was 100% you.
That was all me.
Okay?
Jason probably did it on purpose.
No, I wouldn't have done it on purpose.
Okay, if you're looking for the video we're talking about, we will put it
Is
somewhere
it still
in this
like
video.
that?
I can't
you guys
fix
ever
it.
fix
You can't fix it.
I have to pull the whole
That's
video
funny.
down. And
Yeah, so we have another peony video, and Riley's talking about peonies in the field.
Yeah, talk about something in the field.
It's a little more than peonies. It's a little R-rated there. So anyways, moving on.